I keep hearing on TikTok and other places that we hate Israel. We hate Israel so much. Israel is the worst. I hate Israel more than anything I've ever hated in my life. And I want to tell you, hold your horses. You don't even know Israel. This is that you actually know Israel, know Israelis, know how Israelis really think are slim to none. Because what you know is what you hear in the Western media, which is very, very twisted, and you are indoctrinated by bad things that you've heard maybe in university, maybe in protests, maybe from Palestinian or pro-Palestinian friends. Everything you've heard about Israel is tinged by poisonous narratives that you've heard in other places in previous generations by funding from enemies of Israel. And I know that for a fact because it's been shown time and time again that both Iran and Qatar, who are enemies of Israel, have been putting a lot of money, as well as the former Soviet Union even, and later Russia, into the USA and school systems in the USA to prepare the groundwork for them to hate Israel. So what you really know about Israel is nothing good. So for you, Israel is this kind of a Rorschach that you are predisposed to hate, when in fact, Israelis are just like you. In a way, they're just like the Palestinians. Just like the Palestinians, except that they literally have nearly 4,000 years of history in Israel, in the Kingdom of Israel. And in the ground are coins from the Kingdom of Israel. The more you dig, the older coins you find from the Kingdom of Israel, written in Hebrew, which we, Israelis of now, can still read. They're in our language. So Jews can still read them old coins, and the language never, ever was dead. And throughout all those 4,000 years, there were always attempts to come back to our native homeland. Because even though we were enslaved, occupied, massacred, taken out of the country by Romans and others, there's always continuously been Jews in the land of Judea, always small minorities in around Jerusalem, Tzfat, other small cities that were more holy cities. And so we're just like Native Americans, we're Native Judeans. So, and later, others joined them. But you don't want to hear the story. You just don't want to hear the story. When we tell you the story, you call it a narrative. When we tell you the story, you call it hasbara. You don't want to hear the story. You prefer to project stuff on us. You prefer for us to shut up, not say anything, and for us to disappear. If you ask any Palestinian what they want, is for us to all die. And I'm sorry, but we can't do that. So really, you don't know much about Israel. And what you know, you don't want to hear. And really, Palestinians don't want to dialogue with us because they don't want to hear us. They say that our lived experience of intifadas, of terrorism, is our fault. They blame us for wanting the same thing that they want, peace, to just live in peace with our neighbors. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. No Israeli thinks so, but Palestinians think so. And basically, we're just like Palestinians, but they and you think that that's hasbara. You think that's a narrative. You don't want to listen to us. You want to project onto us and for us to be quiet and shut up. And we won't. Because we won't. And maybe we're few, but we're going to be loud. Because we're just not going to quietly disappear and leave you, Israel. Because it's our homeland. And we decolonized it. We can't colonize our homeland. That's not possible. You can decolonize it after 4,000 years nearly. And that's not hasbara. That's the truth. I'm sorry it sounds like a narrative to you. Not sorry, really. So it's time that you start to really listen to Israelis, or else you'll never get anywhere. You'll just keep banging your head against the wall, starting wars, losing wars, and crying. Same cycle over and over again because you don't listen. You do not listen. You don't want to listen. Too bad.